Brianna Ellen, take thee Roger Jeremiah to be my wedded husband. Outlander is wrapping up, while Outlander, Blood of My Blood is just getting started. Could the two be connected in some way? We're in the final half of Season 7, but it's already confirmed that both Season 8 of Outlander and the first season of the prequel Blood of My Blood have finished filming. No release dates yet, but the filming schedules could give us some clues about what's coming. Filming for Season 8 started in March 2024 and finished by September, while Blood of My Blood began in January 2024 and wrapped in July. This timing means both shows have all their episodes ready, and there might be some crossover between the two. Characters from one could pop up in the other, or maybe the prequel will help solve some mysteries from the main series. So let's dive into what we know so far. First off, let's talk about how Outlander Season 8 could feature characters from Outlander, Blood of My Blood. The final season of Outlander might just help set up the prequel series. Blood of My Blood is a prequel that dives into Jamie and Claire's parents' pasts, giving us insight into their lives before they even met each other. Jamie's parents, Ellen Mackenzie and Brian Fraser, lived in the 18th century, while Claire's parents, Julia Morriston and Henry Bamp, are from the early 20th century. All four of these characters have passed by the time Outlander kicks off, which makes the idea of following their story so intriguing. And since time travel is such a huge part of the Outlander universe, there's potential for some exciting overlap between the two shows. Roger will be traveling through the stones in Outlander Season 7, Part 2, and it's already teased that he'll land in a completely different point in time than we're used to. Maybe, just maybe, he'll come across Slater and Roy's characters from Blood of My Blood in Outlander Season 8, which would allow fans to meet Jamie's parents in the main series before the prequel airs. The same could apply to Claire's parents, who could show up somewhere in time as well. After all, Claire inherited her time-traveling abilities from someone, so it's possible that Caulfield and Irvin's characters from the prequel could pop up in unexpected places in the timeline too. Now, moving on to one of the show's oldest and most mysterious elements, Jamie's ghost. Fans have been wondering about this since Season 1, when Frank saw a man staring up at Claire in her window. This figure disappears before anyone can investigate, and it's long been assumed that it was Jamie's ghost lingering in the future after his untimely death. But what if it wasn't Jamie's ghost at all? What if it was his father, Brian Fraser? In Season 8, Outlander could totally throw a curveball and reveal that the ghost wasn't Jamie, but actually Brian Fraser, Jamie's dad. What if Brian's spirit dedicated itself to protecting Claire and guiding her on her journey to reunite with Jamie? The idea that Brian's ghost watched over Claire to make sure she found her way through the stones to eventually meet Jamie would add a new layer to the mystery, and give fans a much-needed twist on the long-standing ghost storyline. It would also be an emotional payoff, giving Brian a kind of spiritual role in the story even after his death. This theory would certainly shake up the narrative, especially since we've all assumed that Jamie's death would be a heartbreaking and tragic moment for Claire. But if it's actually Brian's ghost, it would add a sense of hope and protection to their love story, suggesting that even after death, the Frasers are looking out for each other. So, while Outlander fans may have thought they had Jamie's ghost all figured out, Season 8 could flip that idea on its head and leave us all questioning the true nature of that mysterious apparition. Another way Outlander Season 8 could tackle the long-standing ghost mystery is by offering a fresh explanation for Jamie's apparition. From the very beginning, Jamie's ghost was presented as a signal that he would die without Claire, and spend centuries waiting for a reunion. This created a deeply emotional moment, particularly when Claire returned to the 20th century thinking Jamie was truly gone. The fact that the evidence in Season 1 pointed to Jamie being dead made his perceived death all the more heart-wrenching. While the idea of Jamie's father Brian looking after Claire would tie in nicely with Outlander, Blood of My Blood and explain the ghost, Outlander Season 8 could take a different route entirely to solve this mystery. One possibility is that Jamie's ghost is actually an extension of his subconscious. Jamie has often dreamt of Claire and Brianna in their original time, so it's conceivable that the apparition is a projection of his own mind, perhaps a manifestation of his love and longing. This would make sense, especially since Jamie has always felt a deep connection with Claire, even across time and space. Instead of being a literal ghost, it could simply be Jamie's mind reaching out in a desperate attempt to be with her, even if only in spirit. Alternatively, Outlander could easily use the ghost as a red herring and explain it away with minimal effort. Jamie might make a declaration in Season 8, admitting that if he were to die, he would remain on Earth for a time to be close to Claire again, even if just as a spirit. After all, H has never experienced the world Claire and Brianna come from, so maybe he would want to linger a bit longer to see it, especially if it meant reuniting with his family. This would give Jamie the emotional closure he needs, while still providing some form of connection to Claire, even after death. However, Outlander could also take a more tragic route and actually kill Jamie off in the series finale. While this would be incredibly heartbreaking, it would certainly be the most romantic way to resolve the ghost mystery, a tragic ghost waiting centuries to see his wife again. That said, this isn't necessarily the route most fans would prefer. While tragic love stories can be powerful, many viewers would rather see a more hopeful resolution for Jamie and Claire. After all, their journey has been full of struggles, but it's also about fighting to stay together, no matter the odds. Whether the series ends with a supernatural twist or a more grounded explanation, one thing is certain: Season 8 will surely give us a resolution to one of its most enduring mysteries. In a recent interview, showrunner Meryl Davis and author Diana Gabaldon revealed some exciting insights about Season 8. While it's already known that the season will cover some of the events of Book 9, Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone, it turns out that the still unreleased 10th book will also play a role. This is a huge deal for fans, because it means that the upcoming season might dive into material that hasn't even been published yet. Davis and Gabaldon have a pretty unique relationship with the show creators, working closely with Diana to bring her books to life on screen, sometimes even incorporating details before the books are fully released. In the interview, Davis expressed some sadness over the fact that the show wouldn't be able to cover all of Gabaldon's books, much like Game of Thrones had to deal with eventually catching up to its source material. Season 7, according to Davis, covers parts of Book 6 that didn't make it into the previous season, and then shifts into Books 7 and 8. Season 8 will be based on Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone, but Davis did mention how she wished they had more of Book 10 to work with. Gabaldon teased that we'll see little pieces of the upcoming book, which only leaves us more curious about what lies ahead. Looks like the end of Outlander won't be without a few surprises. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.